Imagine this. You're lying in bed, staring up at the night sky, wondering what's out there. The vastness of space stretches on, filled with billions of stars, planets, and galaxies. With so much space out there, it feels almost impossible that Earth is the only planet with life. And yet, for many people, the idea of encountering alien life is terrifying. Why do so many people feel this way? Why are some people afraid of aliens? Today, we'll dive into the psychology, history, and science behind this fear to understand it better. One of the main reasons people fear aliens is simply the fear of the unknown. We fear things that we don't understand because our brains are wired to be cautious of potential threats. Think of it this way. In ancient times, anything unfamiliar, a strange plant, an odd animal, or even a new person, was approached carefully because it might be dangerous. When it comes to aliens, they're literally the ultimate unknown. We don't know what they look like, how they act, or if they're friendly or hostile. The lack of information creates a gap that our minds fill with scary possibilities. Movies, TV shows, and books have a huge influence on how we imagine aliens. From movies like Alien to Independence Day and War of the Worlds, aliens are often depicted as aggressive beings that invade Earth, destroy cities, and attack humans. These portrayals shape our view of aliens as something we should fear. For example, in War of the Worlds, alien invaders come to Earth and start wiping out human civilization. Even though it's just a story, seeing this kind of imagery can make aliens feel like a real threat. It plants seeds of fear in our minds, making us imagine the worst whenever we think of extraterrestrial life. Another reason for the fear of aliens is a concept called the outsider effect. Humans are naturally cautious of outsiders or anything that seems different from what we're used to. It's a survival instinct from our past, where anything different might have posed a threat to our safety. Aliens are the ultimate outsiders. They come from another world and likely have different appearances, languages, and behaviors. Just like some people feel uneasy around strangers from unfamiliar places, they might feel uneasy thinking about aliens who are completely foreign to us in every way. For instance, even on Earth, some people are afraid of deep-sea creatures, which have evolved to look very different from land animals. Now imagine beings from an entirely different planet. The thought of creatures that might look or act in unimaginable ways can be really unsettling. Imagine an alien species that's much more advanced than we are. They have technology beyond our wildest dreams, and we can't defend ourselves against them. This fear of being overpowered by a more advanced species is another big reason why some people fear aliens. In our history, civilizations with more advanced technology have often conquered less advanced ones. When people think about aliens, they might worry about the same thing happening on a much larger scale. Some wonder, if aliens can travel across galaxies, what chance do we have if they decide to take over? This taps into a fear of powerlessness and losing control. For humans, control and independence are core parts of our identity. An alien invasion would threaten both of these things, which is why the idea is so disturbing to some people. Now let's dive a bit deeper into what's called existential dread. This is the fear or anxiety that comes from thinking about big, overwhelming questions, like the meaning of life, our place in the universe, and the possibility that humanity is insignificant. The idea of intelligent aliens can trigger this kind of dread because it forces us to consider that we might not be unique or special. Imagine meeting aliens who have lived for millions of years and developed wisdom and knowledge far beyond our own. It could make us feel small or even question the importance of human achievements. Are we really as special as we thought? For some, this existential dread is a lot to handle, and it creates an underlying fear whenever they think about alien life. Another factor contributing to alien fear is the mystery surrounding government secrecy about UFOs. Over the years, governments around the world have kept certain UFO sightings and investigations classified. The fact that authorities are keeping information hidden can make people suspicious and even scared. When we don't have access to all the facts, our minds tend to imagine scenarios that are often more frightening than the truth. Some people believe governments are hiding evidence of aliens, and this lack of transparency makes them even more fearful. For example, the famous Roswell incident in 1947, where a supposed alien spaceship crashed in New Mexico, has fueled conspiracy theories for decades. Even though the US government said it was a weather balloon, many people still believe it was an alien craft, and this secrecy has kept fear and curiosity alive. There are people who claim they've encountered aliens or even been abducted. These stories are often dramatic and scary, with accounts of being taken against their will, experimented on, or encountering aliens with frightening appearances. Even though scientists are skeptical of these claims, these stories influence people's fears. Hearing tales of abductions, strange lights, and unexplainable experiences adds to the idea that aliens could be harmful. Lastly, let's consider the fear of what we might find if we actively search for alien life. Some scientists, like physicist Stephen Hawking, have warned that actively reaching out to aliens might be dangerous. They argue that if aliens find us, they might treat us like we've treated other less advanced species here on Earth. Imagine that humans manage to send a clear signal to a faraway planet, and it reaches a civilization that is, for lack of a better term, unfriendly. This fear of inviting danger upon ourselves by searching for aliens is another reason people are uneasy about extraterrestrial life. While fear of aliens might seem irrational to some, it's rooted in real psychological, cultural, and evolutionary factors. We're naturally afraid of the unknown, the powerful, and the idea of being invaded or overpowered. At the same time, this fear highlights just how curious we are as a species. Despite all the scary possibilities, humans continue to look up at the stars and wonder what's out there. Fear and curiosity can coexist, and in a way, that's what makes us human. So, are aliens really something to be afraid of? Or are they just another mystery waiting to be discovered? The truth is, we won't know until we make contact, if we ever do. But for now, the possibility of alien life will continue to both scare and fascinate us. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more on fascinating topics like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And tell us in the comments, are you afraid of aliens, or would you be excited to meet one?